Hi, I'm Jim Blair. If you're like me, when you start wiring up monitoring systems, you're going to discover two things. Number one is that your eyesight isn't what it used to be. And number two is that you don't have the proper tools to work with these tiny wires. On a daily basis, the smallest wires you probably work with is number 12. Maybe occasionally some number 16. But let me tell you what, when you've got to hook up some 28 gauge stranded cable to the tiny screw terminals in this adapter, you're going to find out that that's not an easy task. And by the time you get the fourth wire connected, the first one's going to have pulled out. Now, I can't do anything about your eyesight, but I can show you how to make a proper wiring connection that's fail-proof. The key is to use ferrules. These insulated little tubes slip over the wires and crimp down to give you a solid wire that will stay under that screw. Let's connect this cable to one of these M12 adapters so we can see how it's done. Okay, the first thing you need to do is to take the adapter and the cover apart and loosen the little relief here, strain relief, and slip that over the cable before you strip it back. Then use your strippers and take off about 1.5 inches of the outer jacket. Then you need to strip back about 1/2 inch of the bare cable. With these really good strippers, you can do all 4 of those all at once. The next thing you're going to need is some ferrules. The key here is that you want to use the smallest ones that you can fit over the wire. And there's some here for single wire and there's some for double wire. So if you, in this case we only have a single wire. If I can pick up this little booger, slip it over the wire all the way, then take your crimpers, slip them over. That gives you a good solid wire. Now let's get these other 4 done. All right, now that we got those 4 done, it's time to put them into the screw terminals. Now the order does matter, and you need to make sure on the sensor that you're installing that you follow the proper order code. In this case, and which is kind of the most common one, we're going to put the brown into number 1. Now if you look at the face here, you're going to see little bitty numbers. I can see that that's 4 and that's a 3, that's 2 and that's 1 right there. So brown goes in number 1. Turn it around. Now you've got a solid wire that you can really bite down with that screw. So number 2 is this one right here, and that's going to get the blue wire. And then the white goes in number 3. Nice and tight. And then black into 4. When you're done, give each of those a good tug on them, make sure they're all going to stay. And then pull the cover back over and tighten it up. Get that good and tight so it won't come loose. And then the last thing, make sure you tighten down this little strain relief so that the cable's not being, when the cable's tugged on, it doesn't pull on those wires so they don't pull out. And that is a good connection that will last a long time. Here at NightOwl Monitoring, we want to make your job easier. So we've developed this toolkit that has all of the ferrules that you need. And it even has double wire ferrules, just in case you need to put 2 wires under the same screw terminal. And it comes with all the tools that you just saw, the crimpers, the 4-in-1 screwdriver, and those amazing wire strippers. And it all comes in this great case that won't let your stuff spill out. But wait, there's more. We've included some male adapters, some right angles, some male straights, and some female straights, just in case you need an extra. And if you need to put an extra hole in one of our boxes, there's some cable glands. Over here, we have some 1-amp fuses. The NightOwl Ultra has a 1-amp fuse built into it, and if you wire something wrong, you might blow that, so now you have extras. Here in the middle, we have some zip ties. That'll keep all your cables nice and straight. The last thing we've given you is some extra space so you can make it your own. If this looks like something you need to get you started, order one today. And thank you for being a NightOwl customer.